Hello guys, this is part 2 for ratio and proportion. So in the last video we were discussing about the basic concepts of ratio. In this video we are going to solve the first exercise, solve some sums from the first exercise. So let's start. So first question is express given ratio in the simplest form, and we have been given a ratio. Now if you see, both of them are in different units. So first step would be to convert them into the same units, and then we can just divide them to get the ratio, the simplest form. So let's convert this one into meter. We can convert both of them into kilometer or both of them into meter, but this is more easy. So we convert 5 kilometer into meter. So we get 5 kilometer into meter is 5 into 1000 meter, which is 5000 meter. Now we just divide it, so ratio will be 200 meter upon 5000 meter. Now we cancel the units, so there's no units, and we cancel 2 zeros and 2 zeros from here. So we get 2 upon 50, and then we can cancel 2 ones are 25. So we get 1 upon 25. So the answer will be, the final answer will be 1:25. So this is the second sum. Express the given ratio in the simplest form. We have 3 terms now in this fraction, and they are in mixed fractions. So first step would be to convert them into improper fraction. So let's convert them. So this one will be 4/3. Next step would be to get the LCM of these 3 numbers, 3, 4 and 2, and then multiply them with each term. So the LCM would be, the LCM is 12. So let's multiply 12 with each term. 12 multiplied by 4/3, 12 multiplied by 9/4, 12 multiplied by 5/2. Okay, now we can just cancel out. 3 4s are 12, 4 3s are 12, 2 6 are 12. So we get 16:27:30. 16:27:30. Okay, the fourth question. The angles of a triangle are in the ratio 3:7. Find each angle. So we have 3 angles and there's a common factor. So let that common factor be x. So the 3 angles will be, each angles will be 3x, 2x, 7x, because they are in this ratio and they have a common factor. So the actual angle would be 3x, 2x, 7x. We just need to find the value of x so that we can find the actual angles of the triangle. So next step is, now how do we find x? Now if you know, in a triangle the angles always add up to 180 degrees. So we can make an equation that these 3 add up to 180 degrees, and then we can find the value of x from that equation. So let's do that. So 3x plus 2x plus 7x equal to 180 degrees. So this is nothing but property of triangle. Right, now we need to find the value of x. So therefore we get 12x equal to 180. Therefore x is equal to 180 upon 12. Therefore x is equal to 15. So the angles would be, we just have to multiply 15 with all these 3 angles. So the angles would be 3 into 15, which is 45, 2 into 15, which is 30, and 7 into 15, which is 105. So the final answer is angles are 45 degrees, 30 degrees and 105 degrees. Okay, let's see the eighth sum. The numbers are in the ratio 5:7. The difference is 10. Find the numbers. Now let's see one by one. So we have a ratio given. Let's write it here. Given ratio is 5:7, right? Now difference is 10. Now let's write that data here. Difference means subtraction. So higher number minus smaller number. So that difference is 10 of the actual number. So first, how do we write this in equation? So first we need to write what the numbers will be. So since they are in fraction, the actual numbers will be multiplied by some factor, by some common factor. So let's call it x. Let common factor be x. So the actual numbers will be, therefore actual numbers will be 5x, 7x, right? So these are the actual numbers. They are in the ratio 5:7 and their difference is 10. So these actual numbers difference is 10. So we can just write bigger number minus smaller number is 10. So 7x minus 5x is equal to 10. So this is our equation. Now here we can easily find value of x here. So 7x minus 5x is 2x. 2x is equal to 10. Therefore x is equal to 10 by 2, which is 5. So we got the value of x now. Now we simply plug into this actual numbers. So the actual numbers will be, therefore actual numbers 5 into 5, 5x, 5 into 5 is 25 and 7 into 5 is 35. So answer, the numbers are 25 and 35. Okay, let's solve the 10th sum now. A line divided into ratio 2.5:1.3. If the smaller part is 35.1 centimeter, find the length of the line. So this, let's understand the question first. There is a line and it is divided into some ratio 2.5 x and 1.3x. So x is the common factor. So the actual length we are writing as 2.5x and 1.3x. Okay, so the smaller part is obviously 1.3x and they have given smaller part is 35.1 centimeter. So we can make an equation here. 1.3x is equal to 35.1 centimeter. 35.1 centimeter. So x will become 35.1 upon 1.3. Now we can multiply by 10. So we get on both sides. So into 10 into 10. We get 351 upon 13. Now can we cancel? 13 27. So x is 27. Now the length of the line will be the addition. So let's add this first. So length of line is the addition of this. So we get the whole length is equal to 2.5x plus 1.3x, which comes out to be 3.8x. But x is 27. X is equal to 27. Therefore, length of line will be 3.8 multiplied by 27. 3.8 multiplied by 27. So that comes out to be 102.6 centimeter. So the answer would be what they have asked, find the length of the line. So length of the line is 102.6 centimeter. Let's look at the 14th sum. The ages of two boys A and B are 6 years 8 months and 7 years 4 months respectively. Respectively means first one is A, second one is B. Divide 3150 in the ratio of their ages. So let's see. Find ratio of these two would be difficult. What if we just convert them into purely months? Let's do that first. So A's age would be in months 6 into 12 plus 8, which is 80 months. And B's age would be 7 into 12 plus 4. So it will be 88 months. Now we got the ages. We can find the ratio now. Let's find the ratio. So A is to B is 80 upon 80. 80 is to 88, which is equal to 80 upon 88. We can cancel this by 8. 8 times are 8 11s are. So the ratio is nothing but 10 is to 11. Now what they are saying next, divide 3150 rupees in the ratio of their ages. So we have to divide this in the ratio of 10 is to 11. So how will we do that? So first step is to find the total number of parts. So total number of parts in this ratio in 10 is to 11 is equal to 10 plus 11, which is 21. So there are 21 parts and 3150 will be divided into these 21 parts, and from these parts, from 21 parts, 10 A is getting and 11 B is getting. So A is getting, for A, he is getting 10 parts out of 21. So 10 upon 21 of 3150. And B is getting what? B is getting 11 out of 21 parts of 3150. So 11 out of 21 parts of 3150. So 1650. A will get 1500. B will get 1650. 15th sum. 3 persons start a business and spend 25,000, 15,000, 40,000 respectively. Find the share of each out of a profit of rupees 14,400 in a year. Now what is the question saying? Let's understand it first. There are 3 people. Let's call them A, B, C. A, B, C. They have started a business and each of them have invested some amount of money. A has invested 25,000, B has invested 15,000, C has invested 40,000. Now, at the end of the year, they receive a profit which is divided into A, B, C based on how much they have invested. If they have invested higher amount, they'll get higher profits. So, first step would be to find the ratio of their investment. So let's find the ratio of their investment first. So A, B, C is nothing but we just divide them 25,000, 15,000 and 40,000. Now we can cancel 3 zeros and we can divide by 5. So 5 5s are 25, 5 3s are 15, 5 8s are 40. So we have got the ratio. This is the ratio of how much they are spending. Now we simply have to divide this number into this given ratio, which this we have already done in the previous sum. So first step would be total number of parts, 5 plus 3 plus 8, which is 16 parts. Now A will get how much? A will get 16 parts out of, A will get 5 parts out of 16 parts. So 5 parts out of 16 parts of means multiply, of 14,400. 14,400. B will get how much? B will get 3 parts out of 16 parts of 14,400. So 3 upon 16 multiplied by 14,400. C will get how much? 8 parts out of 16 parts. 8 parts out of 16 parts of 14,400. Now we just have to cancel and find. So we get, so this is the amount of money they are each receiving. So rupees. So 14,400 was divided between A, B and C into 4,500, 2,700 and 7,200. So this is the final answer. So we have found out the share of the profit each one is getting. Let's write the final answer. And 7,200. 16th sum. A plot of land 600 square meter in area is divided between two persons such that first person gets 3/5 of what the second person gets. Find the share of each. This is the key line. First person gets 3/5 of the second person. Let's assume second person gets K amount of land. So let's write it. Second person gets K square meter. So automatically, since it's given first person gets 3/5, so first person will get 3/5 of K. So first person gets 3/5 of K, which is 3/5K. Now let's find the ratio, first person to second person ratio. First ratio second. We get 3/5K ratio K. Now I want to simplify this in whole number form. So we get, this is ratio sign, so we can convert into division. 3/5K divided by K. To cancel, we need to convert this into multiplication sign. For that we have to reciprocal this. So 3/5K multiplied by 1/K. Now we can cancel this K. What we are left with is 3 upon 5. So this is our ratio. So the ratio is 3/3:5. Now we have got the ratio. We just have to divide 600 into this ratio. Same process like how we have solved before. So total parts will be 3 plus 5, 8 parts. Next, first person gets 3 parts of 600. 3 parts out of 8 parts of 600. Second person gets 5 parts out of 8 parts of 600. 5 parts out of 8 parts of 600. So when we simplify, we get 375. So this is the final answer. First person gets 3 225 square meter. Second person gets 375 square meter. Let's move on to the next sum. 18th sum. Two numbers are in the ratio of 4:7. If their LCM is 168, find the numbers. So since there are two numbers in the ratio of 4:7, let the common factor be x. Then the numbers will be 4x and 7x. The numbers will be 4x and 7x. Now what they are saying is their LCM is 168. LCM means lowest common multiple. So let's find multiples of these two separately. Let's find multiples. Multiples means tables. So 4x would be 4x 1s are 4x, 4x 2s are 8x, 4x 3s are 12x, 4x 4s are 16x, 20x, 24x, 28x. For 7x the multiples will be 7x, 14x, 21x, 28x. Okay. 35x. Now as you see, there is a common multiple we have found. 28x is here and also here. And it's the first common multiple, the lowest common multiple. So the LCM is 28x. And in the question they have given 168 is the LCM. So let's equate them. So they both are equal. 28x is equal to 168. So x, therefore x is equal to 168 upon 28, and that comes out to be 7 4s are 28, 7 2s are 24, 6. Okay, so x is 6. So we have found out x is 6. Now the numbers are 4x and 7x. So the numbers will be 4 into 6 and 7 into 6. Numbers will be 4 into 6 equal to 24 and 7 into 6 equal to 42. So the final answer is, numbers are 24 and 42. Okay, let's look at the 20th sum. The ratio between two numbers is 5:9. Find the numbers if their HCF is 16. Now the step which we always do, first step is let the common factor be x. So the numbers will become 5x and 9x. The numbers are 5x and 9x. Now what they are saying, HCF is 16. HCF is highest common factor. Highest common factor. Now if you notice, isn't x the same thing? Isn't x the factor? Because it is a part of both the numbers. So x is nothing but the HCF. So x is equal to HCF in this case. So x will be 16. Now, so the numbers will simply be, numbers are 5 into 16, which is 80, 9 into 16, which is 144. So the final answer is 80 and 144. Let's move on to the last sum, 21st sum, the last sum which we are going to solve. A bag contains 1600 rupees in the form of 10 rupee notes and 20 rupee notes. If the ratio between the numbers of 10 rupee and 20 rupee notes is 2:3, find the total number of notes in all. So I know this question is a little confusing. So let's understand with the help of a diagram. So there are two types of notes. There is a 10 rupee note and there is a 20 rupee note. there are 2 notes and they are in a bundle. So the count, there is some count for each. We have been told the count of them is in the ratio of 2:3. So the actual count we don't know, but it's in the ratio of 2:3. So we can assume the common factor as x, and we can write the count will be 2x and 3x, right? What will be the value? So there is a bundle of 10 rupee notes which is 2x. In the bundle there are 2x amount of 10 rupee notes. So what will be the value? Value will be 10 into 2x, which is 20x. And what will be the value of 20 rupee notes? 3x amount of notes. So the value will be 20 into 3x, which will be 60x. So the value, total value will be how much? 20x plus 60x, which is 80x. And what they are saying, bag contains 1600 rupees. So this is the value which we found. 80x will be 1600 rupees. So let's start solving it now. Number of 10 rupee notes is how much? 2x, because the ratio is 2:3 and we assume common factor to be x. So 2x, number of 20 rupee notes is how much? How many 20 rupee notes are there? There are in the ratio 3, 2:3, 3, so 3x. So 3x amount of notes are there. Now we have to find the value. Value of 10 rupee notes will be 2x multiplied by 10, which is 20x. 20x rupees. So this will be rupees because it's the value. So rupees 20x. And value of 20 rupee notes. Value of 20 rupee notes will be 3x multiplied by 20, which is 60x. And the total bundle value, total bag value will be simply the addition, 80x rupees. And we already know the actual value, so we can just equate this. 80x is 1600, so 80x is equal to 1600 rupees. So x would be 1600 upon 80. We get x is equal to 20. X is 20 and we want to find the total number of notes. So the total number of notes will be 5x, because 2x 10 rupee notes, 3x 20 rupee notes. Total number of notes will be 5x, but x is 20. So total number of notes will be, total number of notes will be 5 into 20, which is nothing but 100. So this is your final answer. Total number of notes is equal to 100. So that was it for this video. Thank you for watching.